Oh man, such a busy week I've had. Like I've got 3 videos that I'm gonna shoot today. No, wait, 4 videos. 4 videos I'm gonna shoot today with figures that I've bought over the past week, and I just haven't had any time to shoot any videos because I've been busy with work and other things that I will get into later. So there's a tantalizing hint as to yeah, I'm gonna be talking about some stuff later in future videos. But for now, let's just talk about these action figures that I bought. I bought this guy actually, God, when was it? I think it was last Sunday, maybe last Saturday. And I saw him and I couldn't resist him and I had to buy him. And it's been like almost a week now. Because for me now, no, it's been over a week. Because, yeah, I think it was last Sunday that I found him. So I've been sitting on this guy for a while, but I bought him immediately as soon as I saw him because I thought he was so cool. But I just haven't had a chance to shoot this video. So here we go. This is Mcfarlane Toys. Is DC Multiverse Martian Manhunter, and I believe this is just like straight up Martian Manhunter from the comics. This is obviously a more modern style costume for him. It might be his current costume he wears in the comics. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure this is the costume he started wearing around the time of DC Rebirth. And yep. So on the side, Martian Manhunter DC Rebirth. Now they also are doing a classic version of Martian Manhunter that I believe is supposed to be a Target exclusive, and I'm pretty sure it'll wind up reusing a lot of these parts. So I'm gonna get that one too because I'm a big fan of the Martian Manhunter, and I want to give a shout out to my friend Bambi Lynn in case she watches this, because I know that she's probably the biggest Martian Manhunter fan that I know. She's in a band. She's really cool. And obviously, if she likes the Martian Manhunter, she's doing something right, right? Because this ain't a superhero that normies typically pick as their favorite superhero. This is somebody that you got to really love this character to be like the Martian Manhunter. That's my guy because he's been on like some cartoons and stuff like recently. But even then, it's like the cartoons that I kind of feel like if you're a fan, you're gonna watch those cartoons. You're gonna watch Justice League Unlimited or like the animated movies or something like that. But it's still something that you as a fan have to seek out. So it's not like anybody's gonna be a big Martian Manhunter fan. But if you seek it out, you're gonna find it, and this is gonna be a character you're gonna fall in love with. He might not be your number one favorite like he is for Bambi, but he will certainly be one that you're gonna have a lot of affection for, and I certainly have a lot of affection for him. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and dig into this guy. First, let's go ahead and look at the cross-cell artwork on the back. Like typically, there's just not a lot to these packages, so I'm not going to go too into the packages. But there's the figures you get on the back. It's a animated Superman in a black and silver outfit. You got 3 Jokers, the Clown. I believe that's Ink disguised as Batman Beyond. I think is that another animated? It's so small. It looks like it says Superman the Animated Series. So it might not even be the Justice League Animated Series. It might be the Superman Animated Series version of the Flash. I don't know. And some funky looking Batman. I don't really know what version of Batman that. I think it's the hazmat suit. And then you got a picture of the action figure on the back here. Hang on, I'm going to pause this for just a second. Okay, and we're back. Sorry, I had something to take care of real quick. So, anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and open them up. Since we already looked at that cross-cell artwork. And, not waste any more time with this, since I've got, more figures to do. I thought I had 3 more, but I forgot that I had that other one. But I've got 3 more of these Mcfarlane DCs, and then I've got Marvel Legends to get to. So, that'll be enough of a tease, won't it? Yeah. So, let's see. Alright, so we'll just pull the whole thing out. And there's our figure. And, of course, the stand and the trading card are both stuck on here. And this time they're both on separate bubbles. Because they want to try to make it difficult for me, I guess. And thankfully I was able to pull the bubble off pretty easily without damaging the card. Let's go ahead and read the card while I got it in my hand. Same picture from the back. Martian Manhunter, DC Rebirth. Real name, John Jones. And if I can get it to focus in on there, you can see the way they spell John Jones is J. It's not focusing because the print is so tiny. It's not focusing as well as it could. But you see, like, they got it spelled J, capital J, apostrophe, lowercase o, N, N, J, apostrophe, lowercase o, N, Z, Z. That's how they got it spelled here. Whereas I learned how to spell his last name from the official DC Who's Who in the DC Universe. That's what it was called, Who's Who in the DC Universe. And in that one, they spell it capital J, apostrophe, capital O, and lowercase n, lowercase n. Like, that's how they spell it, with the O being capital. So that's the way I always see it in my head, is because that was how they had it spelled in that. Now, if you see it in any comic book, of course, in comics, they always just use capital letters for everything, so you wouldn't know the difference. But as far as how they actually are supposed to spell it, yeah, according to the Who's Who, it was supposed to be spelled with a capital O, and that's the way I always think of it. But most people I see don't spell it with a capital O. They spell it the way it is on there. And I think, like, you know, whoever runs things at DC just doesn't care anymore. You know, I think there's a lot of things they don't care about. You can see the whole back came off of the bubble, so I had to peel the whole back of the bubble off of that. And he just comes with a normal figure stand. Unfortunately, no flight stand for this guy, even though I think, you know, they should have given him one, because he's even posed like he's flying in the package. So, no accessories. Not a single accessory. So they could have, I think, spared a little bit of scratch and given him a flight stand. He does, of course, have the stupid rubber bands holding him in, the little plastic tabs that I hate. So they could have, you know, taken the money they spent on that and given him a flight stand, I think. And look how solid he is in this package. And his cape is stuck out the back. Like, how is that rubber band even, like, doing anything to hold him in the pack? Like, look at that. Look at that. He doesn't need a rubber band. Like, why is the rubber band even there? He is buried deep like in this package. Look at him, like, having to force him out. And I don't want to damage his cape, but it's shoved in this little hole. Now, some of these Mcfarlane figures, oh my god, he's got rubber tabs at the elbows. Why does he have rubber tabs at the elbows? This is so unnecessary. Rubber tabs everywhere. This is the first Mcfarlane one that I've opened that has had so many rubber tabs on it. Look, he's got rubber tabs in his elbows. They're all stuck in the double elbow joints. I can't cut it from the other side because it's not like a solid rubber band that goes all the way around. It's this rubber tab. So I kind of have to cut it, like, on the inside. And that's just so annoying. Ugh. Why did you do this? Who thought this was a good idea? It's not. So I'm just going to go ahead and just cut the whole. I don't even want to deal with the tape. I'm just going to cut the whole thing off. I'm just going to cut through the whole package. Oh, I'm so irritated right now. There. Now I should be able to get him out. He's still got tabs at his ankles, though. Man. Why are you the way that you are? Honestly. I hate so much about the things that you choose to be. Anytime I try to make an action figure unboxing cool or exciting, you make it not that way. Stupid rubber tabs. But I got them all off. Hopefully there's none stuck in his elbow joints or his ankle joints. Hopefully everything's cool now. And we can just enjoy this sweet action figure. Oh, he looks cool. Look at him. That is, like, I love this head sculpt, man. Like, this is, to me, this is a pretty definitive head sculpt of what I would want the Martian Manhunter to look like. He's got that cool beetle brow, and look how, like, it just kind of, like sleek, just kind of blends right into the forehead there. It doesn't kind of do the bump like you often think of it as doing, but it's just kind of smooth, and I like that. And his head's kind of pointy at the back, but it's not pointy like he's a cone head. It's pointy like in a subtle sort of way. Like, he looks non-human, but it's cool looking. It's not like goofy looking. You know what I mean? That's pretty sweet. I like that. So, you can see, like, he's got the harness, like, traditionally, like the Martian Manhunter has, but they've added some more detail to it, and like a little bit of like kind of armoring at the collar and the shoulders and the top part of the pecs. I don't know if armor is necessarily like the right term to use, but it looks like armor, so that's what I'm gonna call it. And he's got like the emblem, like his what in the original costume was a rather distinctive looking belt buckle. They've moved that up to the chest to make it almost like a chest emblem. Like, a lot of people use that as like his superhero emblem anyway, so he can have something to put on his chair at like the Justice League table. Like how Superman has his emblem and Batman has his emblem. Sometimes they just put the Martian Manhunter's belt buckle, like, to give him an emblem. See, this is why I think they might have reused a lot of the parts between the two Martian Manhunter figures. Is you can see, like, if you look at his arms and chest. Hopefully, I can get this to show up on the camera, but it's got like this sort of texture to it almost. Like, it gives it like a cool alien skin texture, but it looks like they've got that same texture on his legs. So I'm thinking what's going to wind up happening is that those legs, those are going to be the same. Like, this will probably be like all the same figure that they have on the classic Martian Manhunter, but the only difference is that, like, the harness will be different, and the cape will be different, and this belt piece here will be different. I believe that looks like it's separate from the trunks with the loincloth and everything. So they can probably just swap out all this stuff, which is probably copper molding and cheaper than, like, the harder type of plastics would be. And so that way they can use, like, probably like all of the base figure underneath this. Like, this head would be a perfect for a classic Martian Manhunter, even though it is a little more modern, but it's just kind of subtly modern. Like I said, it still looks like, like it could pass for a classic Martian Manhunter. But yeah, they could probably just reuse this whole figure, other than some of the clothing elements to it. Like, even the boots, like those boots could very easily, if you just painted them solid blue, those would be like good classic Martian Manhunter boots. They've got that buccaneer sort of look to them, but at the same time, like, they do kind of have like a little bit more of a modern edge to it. See how, like, they kind of point down at the top, like, and it seems kind of more smooth, sort of a little more science fictiony and a little less pirate. You know what I mean? Like, he's always had these kind of buccaneer boots, but they kind of made them look a little more sort of like what an alien might actually wear. So I like that. It's like a good blend of the classic and the modern. And I like how they have like this red trim on there, which in the comic books would really help it pop and have you see where, like, the different layers are, so he's not just wearing black boots on black pants. And even the soles of his shoes, like the soles of the boots are red, and that's pretty cool. So usually the Martian Manhunter has a blue cape, and this might look kind of blue on the monitor. I don't know. It looks kind of blue on my monitor, but you can kind of see a little bit of a purple sheen to it where the light hits it. But this is actually, I think, more of sort of a purple color than it is a blue. And that is sometimes how they color Martian Manhunter these days. I probably would have rather the cape been more of a true blue color, but this isn't a bad color either. I think it's fine for what it is, especially for, like, if you're doing specifically a more modern version. Yeah, sure. Do one where it leans more into the purple. That's fine. Uh, I really like this shade of green because this is a really nice comic booky sort of green. This is how I think the Martian Manhunter's skin should look. Like I don't want it to be like too olive drab or anything like that. This is a nice bright green like you would see in a comic book, and that looks cool. So I like this design for the Martian Manhunter. I think that it's one of the better designs outside of the original costume. But this seems more like the sort of thing where like they design him this way because they think it could look really cool in a movie, rather than just having a green guy in like a blue speedo and blue pirate boots and like a red He-Man chest strap thing and a blue cape, and that might look like to to the average film goer, that might look a little goofy. But this guy looks a little more respectable in insofar as that context. Now, like I said, I'm a comic book guy, and I want that classic comic book Martian Manhunter, and I'm hoping I can still find that figure. But I also think that this is a really cool interpretation of the character, and I really like it. So I'll be happy to have both in my collection. Hopefully, I can get the other one, and then I will have both in my collection. But I certainly think that that this is definitely a good one and definitely worthy to have. I only wish, like I said, that they'd given him the flight stand, but hopefully I can get an extra one at some point. Let's go ahead and read the back of the card because I got distracted away from that. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Uh, John Jones, the mysterious Martian Manhunter, is one of the last survivors of his planet Mars and was accidentally transported to Earth not long after the majority of his people were wiped out. Martian Manhunter is thought to be as strong as, or possibly stronger than, Superman, and has a variety of powers including super strength, super speed, flight, telepathy, telekinesis, shape shifting, phase shifting, regenerative abilities, and near invulnerability. Manhunter also has genius level intellect and strong leadership skills. Using his vast powers and skills, Martian Manhunter strives to protect the citizens of his new home, Earth. That's where he keeps all his stuff. So yeah, like this isn't a bad bio, but I'm kind of surprised they didn't mention that he has a weakness to fire when they wrote about his near invulnerability. And also, me being a guy who's read a lot of the actual Silver Age Justice League comics, if you go back and you read those early Justice League appearances, he they don't mention his super breath or his Martian breath, as they call it in that, but but yeah, he uses his Martian breath a lot in those early Silver Age Justice League comics, which is why I'm kind of surprised they didn't mention him. I'm because like I would have thought that would have been a power that would have come up, but you know, maybe they don't want to say that the Martian Manhunter blows because people might take that the wrong way, but but we know that in that context he doesn't blow. He's actually a pretty awesome character and deserves some love and respect. So I guess I'm slowly starting to build a Justice League. I'll need to find a decent Wonder Woman, and I figure like probably the best one to get is the Gal Gadot movie Wonder Woman that like they put out for 1980 Wonder Woman 1984. But that one looks like it's starting to get kind of pricey on Amazon, so I'll probably want to try to get that as soon as I can. Oh, one thing I didn't mention about this that I liked is like there's kind of like this, see like how his cape's sort of uneven, and I kind of like that. That's a nice touch. I think that gives it a little bit of uniqueness. So that's pretty cool. So they've got a pretty decent Aquaman. He's got long hair and a beard, but I'm cool with that. I'm fine. Uh, I've got uh, I've got a Green Lantern coming up. That's gonna probably be the next video that I do actually. Uh, and so I've got Green Lantern for my Justice League. It might not be the Green Lantern you want. It might be. I don't know. Everybody's got a strong opinion about Green Lantern, but I have a Green Lantern, so I'll probably try to get more different Green Lantern characters too. And then I've got a Superman. That's going to be probably my next review after that one. So that's going to be 3 of the 4 that I tried to shoot today. That's going to be the 3 Mcfarlane figures. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and all the fun YouTube stuff down below. Leave a comment, talk about the Martian Manhunter. And I'm going to start a new video. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.